Well, hello, my algebra students. I know I'm running a little bit late. I said Easter, but this is close to Easter. But anyways, I thought we'd review our square roots. So, the square root means what are you squaring? What are you multiplying by itself to get this number? So if you said, how about 8 and 2? I'd say no, because what are you multiplying by itself? 8 and 2 are not the same thing. So what do you multiply by itself to get 16? 4. By the way, I think this is going to be 2 videos. We'll see. Okay, so 3 times the square root of 25. What is the square root of 25? What do you multiply by itself to get 25? And that is 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. So what is the opposite of the square root of 81? Figure this one out right now for me. Right, it's negative 9. Now, I tried to trick you. You can't take the square root of a negative and get a real number. So it'd be no reals. Now, what if it's not a perfect square? You break it up into 2 parts. The perfect square, what do you multiply by itself to get this number? And the leftover stuff. 75 is 25 and 3. 3 is not a perfect square, but 25 is. So this would be 5 square root of 3. So freeze the video, do this one right now for me, and then turn it back on. So 18 is 9 and 2, and the square root of 9 is 3. Can't do anything with the square root of 2. Now, a variable. A variable, you divide the power by the index. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. But what if it's not divisible by the power, by the index? The power is not divisible by the index. So you have to break off one of the x's. Because x times x to 20 is x to 21. So it'd be x to the 10 square root of x. So what if you have a number and a variable? Well, you break it up into 2 parts. So 50, the perfect square is 25. Leftovers 2. This is odd, so I got to break off an x. And then we'd have x to the 30. Can't read my own writing. So it'd be 5x to the 15th. Divide the power by 2. And then the leftover stuff. So do this one for me right now. Actually, do both of these. See if you can figure them out and then turn me back on. Okay, so I'm going to break it up into the perfect stuff and the leftover stuff. 8 is 4 and 2. 4 is a perfect square. X to 21 is x to the 20. X. So this would be 2x to the 10th. Square root of 2x. This would be the square root of x to the 16th, y to the 30th, square root of xy. So it'd be x to the 8th, y to the 15th, square root of xy. Did you get those? I hope you did. Now, when you're multiplying square roots, if they're both square roots, you just multiply the underneath. 3 times 6 is 18. We'll break that up to 9 and 2. Square root of 9 is 3. So do this one right now for me, please. So this would be the square root of 20. 20 is 4 and 5. So it'd be 2 square root of 5. And I can tell we're going to need 2 videos for this. But we're going to keep going. So if we have a number out front, we'd go 3 times the number out front is 1. 3 times 1. times, multiply the underneath, that would be 36. But what do you multiply by itself to get 36? That is 6. So it'd be 3 times 6, which is 18. So see if you can figure these two out for me and then turn me back on. So this would be 2 times 3 is 6. Square root of 50. So 6 times square root of 25 times 2. 6 times 5 square root of 2 is 30 square root of 2. And this one, you could write it twice to make it nice. Two times 2 is 4, square root of 9. 4 times 3 is 12. Hey! So, oh, wait a minute. If you have the same index, both square roots, and that's all we're doing is square roots this year, and if they have the same radicand number under the square root, you just combine the numbers out front and keep the square root. So this would be 6, 1 plus 5, square root of 3. Now, oh no, they're not the same, so I have to simplify. This would be 4 and 5. 4 is a perfect square. This would be 105. So this would be 2 square root of 5. This would be 10. Square root of 100 is 10 square root of 5. So the answer is 12 square root of 5. Do this one yourself. Please break it up perfect square, not perfect square, and continue on. So 40, it's in the name, 4 and 10. 90 is 9 and 10. So it'd be 2 square root of 10 plus 3 square root of 10. So it would be 5 square root of 10. Hey! I think I'm going to stop there and make 2 different videos because I know we don't have enough time. So wait for part 2.